As we come down to the grid, and it's going to be 5 lights. And it's lights out, and away we go. Liam gets away really well. Max Bertom not so much. He's going to be under threat from the drivers behind. Vlad's looking towards the inside. But is he going to make sick? He is going to make that move on the Alec. Buildaholic, I think, holding position, but he's under threat from Blake. Blake coming from P10. That is a mega start for the McLaren drivers. We are going to get the position change up. Actually, he came from P8. That is my bad. But Blake making up position. Buildaholic making up position. And Charlie also making up position. Both the Ferraris performing well on the first lap. They're making progress they're going to want to make to try and close down to the McLaren at the front. Both Haas holding position as Buildaholic's going to look for the inside. He's not going to be quite close enough alongside though. As we do see, look behind, there's contact. It looks like Seasick Dread and PRT Pistol coming together, going on to the first DRS. The first DRS straight. DRS not currently active, so it's technically just normal straight. As Buildaholic up in the P4 now. Him and Blake both getting. Right, my voice is not voicing. I imagine they've used a little bit of VRS. Buildaholic going around the outside in Sector 2. And what a move from the front. He's going to go for another one. Up the inside of the other Haas. He's not going to have the traction to make that one stick. But is he going to put pressure into the penultimate corner? But doing this, obviously he's making those moves. But he in turn is slowing him and his other drivers around him down. Giving Liam that chance to break away. And Liam's going to be just rubbing his hands here thinking, I've got to get the pedal down, try and break that DRS before it is active. Look in front again, Buildaholic under pressure now from Haas of the Alec. He's trying to protect his teammate from that pressure he was under earlier in the lap. Gets up the inside, still side by side though as we go through the entry to the S section. I'd imagine Buildaholic has to back out, but no, he's sticking it, and there's contact! Buildaholic round, him and the Alec coming together, and I can't see how those drivers have decided that was going to work. Now we're seeing 3 wide now, nearly. As we see Isaac Peckin back out. Melvin though, losing position to Pistol, but he is going to reclaim that under traction, as there is a ghosted Alfa Romeo behind. Melvin's going to be under threat now though, as this is one of the key overtaking zones at the end of the DRS straight. No DRS currently, but it's still an opportunity for a big dive. A big dive PRT Pistol's going to go for. Not very much space, but he still finds a way to keep it clean. No contact. But Seasick Dread now trying to get that better traction. He's looking to get up the outside of Sector 3 or Sector 2. We've seen a couple of drivers go for that through that twisty section. It's very tricky to get the power down, but Throne Globe able to make that pit. As he thinks of going for a little move there. Not able to get on the apex, but he is going to get better traction, gets the better run, and that's going to be a lovely little move for Charlie on the Haas driver. They might work together and try and catch back up to those McLarens to make sure they keep within touching distance. Blake's going to take the lead. We have Alf is going to be off into the wall, and that's going to be a safety car. McLaren staying out. We see Vlad taking that risk. Actually, similar to what he did in KRL last season. Well, I was engineering him in that race, but I believe he went soft. Although I'm pretty sure it was an earlier safety car than this. Buildaholic though, also coming into the pits. And we're seeing actually a lot of drivers. It's Gamer Slimy going for an overtake of Buildaholic into the pits, even though I believe that is against the rulebook. And he does go, but he looks like he's under threat from his teammate nearly. Liam almost overtaking his teammate. He has to concede, and now he's lost the position to Charlie on the restart. But he's going to come back up the inside. And he makes the late dive, and he makes it sick. That's going to be P2 reclaimed. He has a bit of a moment though. That's going to invite Charlie to try and get up the inside. But I'd imagine he's not going to go up around the outside of the S's. It's just too risky, especially this late in the sprint race. As we look behind, can we see the soft runners start to make anything up? Vlad trying to go around the outside of the S's. What a move from Vlad, using that tyre grip to his advantage. We don't see very many overtakes for the S's, nevertheless around the outside. And that is a massive, massive move from the Alfa Romeo driver. But he's going to go into the penultimate corner. He has so much more grip. And he's actually hit the rear of the Alpine. The Alpine's round. And the Haas is round. And Vlad is round. Everyone is round. Melvin not quite able to get across. But that's going to be Blake taking the checker flag for a sprint race. Followed by Liam. And then Charlie completes the podium. That is a McLaren 1-2. And that was just a dominant performance. They were confident in their strategy from the start. Even with the safety car. And that is a massive, massive result for the McLaren team. And Liam, again, P2 He got pole position. That's more points taken out of that lead than Melvin has. But as we come down to the grid, we're going to see 5 red lights light up. And it's a safety car. Actually, he goes early this time. Doesn't wait till the final corner. Switches up a little bit. But Charlie's still hot in his tail. He has a moment coming out of the final turn. And is that going to leave him vulnerable to Charlie in the turn 1? Charlie is not... He's burned a little bit, but he's not going to be burning enough to go for a lunge. As we see, the drivers behind, Alec looking to make a bit of move, but he's not quite close enough. K1 Breezy looking to make some moves. Walney gets past Max Bertong. Is the Avatar going to go around the outside? He is. He's going to line up around the outside in the S's. We've seen Vlad doing fresh combat. Oh, there's contact as Pistol comes across Slimy, seemingly. But there's contact as our C6 caught up in that. And we're more contact. Pistol seemingly a magnet to the other cars around him. We're seeing this loads of contact. Luckily, all of the drivers managed to keep it on the tarmac. No damage, seemingly. But it's all kicking off already. Charlie is now putting Blake under pressure. He's going to try and go the long way round. Blake comes across, covers it off. He looks to switch to the inside, but he does not have enough traction as there's yellows behind. Vlad's out, Alf's out. How have they done that there? Build a Hulk, though, going to go up the inside of Throne Globe as I switched to the wrong Williams by accident. Throne Globe, though, is going to manage to hold that line. Build a Hulk, though, is going to burn. Throne Globe's turned the barrier off. Build a Hulk's burning, though. He's going to look to go the long way round at the end of the DRS straight. This camera's not ideal, so we'll go on board. And he's going to have the traction. At the end of sector 2, he's keeping it alongside. Again, we're still in that really bad camera angle. He gets up the inside. And I really love an aerial point of view of this. Is he going to get better traction? He does. And that's going to be a really, really solid move from Build a Hulk. Charlie now, all over the back of Blake. He's going to have the DRS. He's going to be able to make the move down onto the DRS straight. And now that's going to be massive in trying to get ahead of Blake. Blake's going to switch to the inside. He's going to have that better initial traction. But what he isn't going to have is that extra bit of straight line speed from the DRS. Actually, Charlie doesn't have the DRS. It's giving it to no one. And this is going to help out Build... Well, it's not going to help out Build a Hulk, who is under threat from Throne Globe. And he loses out that position now. He fought so hard through Sector 2 and 3 last lap. But he's not going to get any gain from it. Charlie getting up alongside for a lead. Seemingly, like, it looked like he wasn't going to be under threat. But then he is. Blake reclaiming that lead. We're going to look in this battle now. Throne Globe going up the inside of Build a Hulk. Liam now is going to insert himself into this fight. And Liam has a moment. We've seen him have those moments. It might actually be in contact with Throne Globe. He has gone off the track. And he's behind both Build a Hulk and Throne Globe, not able to make anything up. And now he's going to lose time to Melvin. Melvin's going to come into this fight now. All of the drivers must be coming together, as they're now all 3.5 seconds behind P1 and P2. Liam and Throne Globe going side by side on the exit of Sector 1. Liam gets the move done. Throne Globe thinks going the inside. Actually, he does go for a lit lunge. Taps Liam. Gonna give him a little bit of a nudge. But Liam managing to maintain position. Liam severely down in the RS, so he's now flashing. But as we see these cars now going 3 wide behind, we look at Alec trying to make a move on both of the Williams. He gets one Williams. Can he get the other? He's not going to be late enough on the brakes. The other half of the Scuderia going to come in. Walker under threat from Wally. Wally goes up the inside. Little bit of love taps. Bit of wheel banging. But rubbing is racing, as they say. And Walker is going to maintain the position. He's going to keep the position there. Oh, and the Rebel off the track. He tried to stick up the S's. Jamie ahead has stayed out. Blake going up the inside in the turn 1. He's going to clear Charlie before the break is in. Charlie, though, he's going to come up the... He's going to switch to the inside, try and get the outside line on turn 2. That's going to give him the inside line for the S's. He claims the inside. Blake just has to concede. It's too risky for these two drivers to go side by side for the S's. Is Liam flashing though? He isn't. Liam's not using this time either. Still under 15%. I believe he's still going to have that hinder straight line speed. But the Alec's going to clear him into the braking zone. And that's the Alec up in the F1 as Liam and Alec are going side by side on the DRS here. Who's going to get the rear wing open though? It's going to be Liam. Liam's going to threaten for the lead. He's under 10% again though. As you see, Alec on 36%. Liam's going to claim position this time round. Alec is he's decided to pit. Is that the right decision this late in the race? He's only going to have 5 laps to make up the the time he's going to lose, which is about 20 seconds. He's going to go there by P7. There is not a chance he's going to make that back up by getting Charlie getting rear wing open. Is he going to be able to make the move this time round? He seems a lot closer. He's going to look to the inside instead of the longer way round on this occasion. We've seen Charlie. He's very late in the brakes. He's very good at being late in the brakes. Oh, and there's contact. I'd imagine we'll definitely see that soon. I've seen Blake must have had a moment that's caused him to hit Charlie and then therefore maintain position. But look with Liam, with that battle ahead from behind. Obviously, Blake is going to make the move. Is Liam going to capitalise though? Liam, I'd imagine, is to try and get on top. Obviously, mate, he's going to want to be back on top of the championship. He needs those points. He's not going to settle for anything less. Liam has in fact been mugged off as he's gone for that lunge, and Charlie just switching back and claiming the S section. Liam going wide though. Oh, interesting. He's been off the track. If he makes this move stick, I could only see that as being an illegal overtake. And he's going to switch to the inside very late in the brakes. What a move from the McLaren. But is that going to stick? It didn't look like it was going to happen. I doubted it when he went to the sauce. But Liam putting another strong performance, adding to his blues he had at the start of the season. He's going to come back strongly off of his wristband as Liam takes the checkered flag. As P1 for the McLarens, P2 for the McLarens, and that is a front row lockout. We've seen 1-2 in the sprint. We see 1-2 in the race. Charlie claiming P3 with that 3-second time penalty. Alec P4 in the end. Obviously not bad recovery from where he was. Obviously making that late call for a sauce. Bill the Hulk P5, Melvin P6, Jamie P7 from P14. Solid drive from the Haas. Breezy into P8, Fernglow P9, C6 P10, Pistol P11. Isaac Peck in P17 to P12, P13 for Walker, 14 for the Red Bull, and then Slimy finishing rounding up the finishing drivers.